down there and watch them play.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Kilpatrick. Was that you, Robert? Seconded by Councilman Berg. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? It's unanimous. Councilwoman Bushman is excused. She's on vacation, and Councilman Shuttrin is excused. It's his anniversary. So, with that, item A is recognition of Green River Recreation Center lifeguards.
That button? Okay. Oh, just this part. Okay. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Katie Blood, Rec Supervisor for the Green River Rec Center, and I am joined tonight by our shift leader, Andon Sassman, in the blue, and lifeguard Caleb Herwald, right next to him. So I'm here tonight to share an important story that reflects both the vigilance and the professionalism of our Green River Recreation Center staff. So on August 3rd, our lifeguards responded to a serious situation in the pool. A young boy was swimming in the pool when he began to struggle and went underwater. Thanks to the quick action and training of our staff, he was under for only about 3 seconds. Before a lifeguard was already in the water and by his side. The child was safely brought to the wall, comforted and reunited with his parent with no injuries. This outcome was possible because of the preparedness, attentiveness, and care demonstrated by our team. I want to specifically recognize these two individuals, shift leader Andon Sassman and lifeguard Caleb Herwald, who acted swiftly and responsibly that day. Their teamwork and commitment ensured that what could have been a tragedy instead became a story of prevention and success. Incidents like this also serve as a reminder to all of us about the importance of water safety and the vital role our trained staff play in protecting the community. It also validated that our current safety protocols and staff positioning strategies are working as designed. Drowning can happen quickly and quietly, sometimes in just seconds, but having skilled and vigilant lifeguards make all the difference. This successful outcome reflects the rigorous training and ongoing preparation our staff receives to handle emergency situations. We're very proud of our staff, not just for the response on August 3rd, but for the daily dedication they bring to keeping our residents safe. I believe it's important to highlight and recognize this kind of work publicly because it represents the very best of what our recreation center provides to the community. Thank you for your time. Please join me in recognizing and thanking Andon Sassman and Caleb Herwald for their outstanding service.
Okay, next is citizen requests and other communications. There aren't any citizens here that are not here for a reason. It's just staff people. Anyway, I'll ask, are any citizens in the audience that are not on the agenda that would like to address the council? Seeing none, item 6, council action items. Item A, consideration to accept the Land and Water Conservation Fund Grant Agreement Amendment with the Wyoming Department of State Parks and Cultural Resources.
Mayor and Council, Ryan Russ, Government Affairs and Grants. Just like last meeting, we have another grant that is getting close to expiring. This is for the Land and Water Conservation Fund for the work at Riverside Memorial Park. As you're aware, that work is beginning right now. If you drive past, you see a bunch of boulders down there getting ready to be put in the river, and so we're nearing construction, and that should be completed relatively soon. However, we just wanted to get a little bit of extra time to make sure that in case anything changes, any weather events or whatnot, we'd have the ability to make sure that grant got closed out. So this just amends that timeline for 1 year.
Okay, thank you. You got any questions for Ryan? Okay, we'll entertain a motion.
Mayor,
Councilman Berg.
I move to approve and accept the Land and Water Conservation Fund Grant Agreement Amendment with the Wyoming Department of State Parks and Cultural Resources.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Berg, seconded by Councilman Mazur. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. It's unanimous. Item B, consideration to award the bid for mobile data terminals to Advanced Network Management.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I apologize, I put the wrong title on that. It's not for MDAs. This will be for our network infrastructure, so I apologize for that I miskeyed that. So tonight, the bids we're putting in front of you are for our IT network infrastructure for our servers and that we run all of our applications and that on. A&M is the company that won the bid, and they're out of Casper. We received 2 bids, one for $368,000, one for $424,000. This replaces all of our servers in that, which are at the end of their useful life. In fact, as of next May, I believe it is, they will no longer offer any security or update patches for our current servers. Our current server stack is running about 7 years old, right in that area, 7, 8 years old, right in there. So that's the replacement timeline on those. Every 7 to 8 years, we'll have to replace these at the cost of hopefully around $500,000 each time. Any questions?
So is the motion correct in terms of network infrastructure? That's what this
The
money
motion
for?
is correct, yes, Mr. Mayor. I apologize for getting the title wrong.
Council, have any questions or comments? Okay, we'll entertain a motion.
Mayor,
Councilman Mazur.
I move to award the bid to Advanced Management Incorporated for the replacement of the city's network infrastructure in the amount of $368,680.99.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Mazur, seconded by Councilman Kilpack. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. It's unanimous. Item C, consideration of a service agreement with Rocky Mountain Center for Occupational and Environmental Health.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Mark Westmisco, Public Works Director. This service agreement with Rocky Mountain Center for Occupational and Environmental Health will allow on-site trainers to come in and do asbestos refresher training for our staff, as well as we've invited Rock Springs to come and join us as well.
All right. Pretty simple. We have any questions or comments? Okay, we'll have a motion.
Mayor,
Councilman Williams.
I move to approve the service agreement with Rocky Mountain Center for Occupational Environmental Health for asbestos contract supervised refresher training and authorize the mayor to sign it to the agreement.
Second.
Okay, been moved by Councilman Williams, seconded by Councilman Berg. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It's unanimous. Item D, consideration of change order number 1 for the 2025 Cape Seal project.
Mayor, Council, Mark Westmisco again. As we come to the conclusion of our 2025 Cape Seal project, it's time to reconcile final quantities. As you know, that many of our capital projects are not lump sum. They are based on the assembled unit prices for the materials that are actually installed. And at the end of the job, we will take an evaluation and reconcile the final cost. In this particular case, we had a couple of items that ran over, as has happened the last couple of years with our Cape Seal jobs. And this, particularly with the asphalt patching, we find that once we get out there, we get a little bit get roomier on our asphalt patches and end up going over a little bit. But that's what we're doing here at the end of this Cape Seal job is reconciling the final quantities.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Any questions or comments?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Councilman.
With this, was it something that the city asked them to do? Was
Yes.
to increase, like,
Yeah,
Okay.
we marked out the patching to be done, and seeing the asphalt as it came through spring, we said, let's make this one a little bit wider, let's get that crack out too, things like that.
okay, that's what I want. Thank you.
Okay, any more questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor,
Councilman Berg.
I move to approve change order number 1 for the 2025 Cape Seal project, increasing the contract amount to $683,123.22.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Berg, seconded by Councilman Kilpack. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Mark. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Got one more.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilman Kilpack, seconded by Councilman Berg. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. City Administrator.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. It was good to see and recognize some of the park staff. There's a lot of departments and staff do a lot of training, and it's good to see that recognized in such a situation. Just a reminder, school starts tomorrow. Sean and his force will be out to get, no, I'm sorry. They will be out there. They're going to be working at the schools and doing the introductions and high fives as they students start to go in there. So just keep mindful of the speed limits and the speed zones. And then, as a reminder, Spaceport Days is this weekend. As Mark says, it's the funnest weekend in Green River. So get out there and get up there if you can. Thanks.
Thank you, Reed. Mr. City Attorney.
I have no report tonight.
Thank you, Galen. Councilman Berg.
Just wanted to let you know, Mayor, that I will be out the next city council meeting. I'll be out of town on vacation. That's all I've got.
Okay, you guys need to remind me that. Councilman Mazer.
I just wanted to tell everybody who had a hand in Riverfest this past weekend that they did a fantastic job. Also, everybody who ran the 5K, 10K, half marathon, or the full marathon, congratulations to you all. That's an impressive feat. There were a lot of wonderful stories. It was a really cool experience to interact with some of them. So, good job, everybody.
Very good. Councilman Williams.
Yeah, I got a question. I just was asked this before I got here. Is it against city ordinance to have an Airbnb here? A lady told me that she was told that we can't have an Airbnb in Green River. Is that against city ordinance, or?
Yes, we don't have that set up to be able to do Airbnbs here. We have been looking into. We've had a number of communities that we've gotten information from. It's going to require an ordinance change. It also requires the ability to tax correctly with the entity, with the state, because anything under 30 days is separate from like the motel, hotel aspect. And there's also some issues that we would have to take a look at on some of the other communities are having is, you know, do we start to inspect those facilities? Do they have to meet certain codes for having that stuff set up? So that was brought to our attention from a couple other council. We are looking into that, but that would be a kind of a workshop slash ordinance. We currently are looking through all of our zoning ordinances. That review is probably about 95% done, and so that will also be included in there.
Okay. Yeah, I just got asked that question almost a couple hours ago, and the lady told me they got like 118 of them in Rock Springs or something like that. And I went, I had no idea. I couldn't answer a question, so I figured I'd just bring it up here real quick. So, and then the other thing is, it's been a memo I've been sending out left and right, and I just want the citizens to know, because I got hit on it here again about 3 days ago, about the mattresses, about what are we gonna do about that, if we're still working on it, what are we doing? A guy behind my daughter's house has a mattress sitting in the alley there and was asking me about it, so I'm just like, and like I reported a couple weeks ago about the mattress laying out there about 200 yards off the interstate. Again, I sent a memo to everybody, so you're all aware of it, and that's a kind of a scary situation. You go down the highway and a mattress blows out in front of you as you're going 75, 80 miles an hour. I don't know. You know, it's just, I would like to see us get something approved where we can, the city can take responsibility of getting those mattresses and delivering them to Rock Springs so we don't have a situation like that. It only takes one accident like that to ruin people's lives. And I would just hope that we're getting a workshop or voting on it or trying to get something done with that. Because I noticed in the last bills that we paid for 3 more mattresses that went to the landfill over there from what people disposing of them improperly, I guess you could say, in the city limits. But there was 3 more that went over there and we were billed for. And to me, it looks like we're rewarding bad behavior by taking these mattresses and delivering them to Rock Springs and paying the $35 where because they threw them in the ditch or they threw them out on the side of the road. And I'm glad the city has taken responsibility in taking those over there. I would just like to see us put this issue, close it up and shut her down one way or another. So that's all I got there.
Councilman Williams, there's a letter that, or note was sent out tonight as an update, if you'd like to look at that first before we discuss further. And I'll look into those ones that were charged for, because there should not be, according to what we're doing, there should not be charges on that side, so.
It was $105 or something like that. But, and the reason I didn't look at, I can't get on my emails again today. I try to get on them twice now, and I can't get them to come up, so. I don't know, I'll have to get down here to City Hall tomorrow and see what he can figure it out again, so. That's all I got, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Kilpack.
Just 2 things. Number 1, good job to the Parks and Rec Department for the event this last weekend. That marathon's the first one I haven't run in 18 years or 20 years, something like that. But great job. And next year, you better be ready, because I'll be back. I'll run it next year. And just a word as a comment, I have 2 children living in Laramie, Wyoming. And I asked my children, I said, how much do you guys pay for your garbage detail? And they have 2 cans, and they have a trash can, and then they have a recycled can. And my one son told me they pay $89 a month compared to what we pay, $32, $35 a month. And if they have to take anything to the landfill, then I can't remember the number on that, but I thought they told me they have a minimum charge of $68, and they pay, I think it was $68 a ton or $70 a ton. So we really actually in Green River have a really, really good situation. It's too bad that the mattress deal has made such a big deal, but at least they're not paying $85 or $90 a month just for trash pickup. So we actually have it quite good in this area. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. I just want to echo everybody that's spoken on the outstanding job that the Parks and Rec Department, the Street Department, the Green River Arts Council, all the folks that worked on the events of this weekend, they did an outstanding job. There's all kinds of volunteers everywhere doing things, and got lots of comments from various people, lots of people from Rock Springs saying, boy, this is one of our favorite events that we come to, you know, so. Kudos to all those folks, and I'm not gonna talk about the mattress people that don't fulfill their responsibility. We obviously need to do something, and we will, and we are. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman Berg, seconded by Councilman Kilpack. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Gary, speak to the microphone, they can't record it.
Good luck, Gary.
Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks, right, Gary?